Okay, this is the Game is on 100 here with the video, and this is my review video of the Indianapolis Colts New York Jets game. What can I say? This was a good game, a good slugfest game between two AFC teams. I gotta give my hats to the New York Jets. They played a good game today. There's nothing wrong with them. They really pounded the ball, which I had a fear that what they were going to do was to pound the ball against the Indianapolis Colts. But I gotta give my hats to the New York Jets. You guys played your game today. I applaud you. Rex Ryan, you got your win over Peyton Manning. But we'll see what happens when you guys go into next week, go into New England. New England I know is going to be the top ranked team to go into the playoffs and going into the Super Bowl. But I feel the Jets is not going to stop the New England Patriots whatsoever. The last time when they played the Jets got their asses whooped by New England 45-3. So all fairness to NFL sits, congratulations on the win. I know you wanted to pull for the New York Jets. They're your second team. But like I said, Indianapolis is my second team. I love Indianapolis. I love them. They're a good team. They did make the playoffs for 9 straight years in a row, so I give my hats off to them. It just came down at the end. The one critical thing that happened was that roughing the kicker penalty from Indy. That was one of the bad blows to Indy for them to capitalize on the game. So, in other words, I gotta give Jets fans their credits, their pops. But we'll see again if you guys go into New England and beat New England, in which New England has not lost a regular season game all season. The New England Patriots, they're probably gonna beat you New York Jets. The Jets is gonna be done in New England. And the NFL fan says, "I'm sorry, I gotta say this, but your Jets are going down to the New England Patriots. I don't see the New York Jets to beat the New England Patriots. They're a powerful team. You know how Tom Brady, how he is. He's a good quarterback. He hasn't thrown an interception in the last like seven games or something. He hasn't thrown an interception, which is good. So I'm going to wish you guys luck, but I'm not counting on anything that your Jets are going to win against the New England Patriots. Now, anywho, on the earlier game, I gotta congratulate the Seattle Seahawks for knocking off the defending Super Bowl champion, the New Orleans Saints. That was another slugfest game. It was a very good game for Seattle as a 10.5, 11-point underdog to the defending Super Bowl champs. And now we are going to have a new Super Bowl champion. The champs are down, and we're going to have a new Super Bowl champion in the next month. So we'll just see what happens with that. Anyway, it was a slugfest game. It was a good game. I got to give my props to Seattle. I didn't think Seattle was going to win the game, but they managed to win the game. So that's a good sign for them. So it looks like going into next week in the NFC playoffs, it looks like that if the Packers are able to beat Philly, then Seattle has to go to Chicago. And if Seattle goes to Chicago, I know the Bears has seen what they see from the Seattle Seahawks, but believe me, the Bears is going to take care of business next week. If they play Seattle, they're going to shore up the things that what they didn't do, what they should have done against Seattle in the other week when they played them, when they lost in week 6, I think it was. Yeah, it was in week 6 when they lost to the Seattle Seahawks. They should have won that. Should have won that game, but they didn't. So, so next week the Bears will either play Seattle or Philly. It just depends on what happens tomorrow in the Philly Green Bay game. We'll see what happens. So I'm just hoping that if Seattle comes in, Chicago's going to be ready for you, Seattle. So, in closing, this is the game is on 100. Otherwise, it was a good game of football. I expect the same thing tomorrow. Um, I am going to be trying to pull for the Philadelphia Eagles to pull off against the Packers to knock them out because I don't want the. If the Bears were able to play the Packers, they won't play until the NFC Championship game, and I hate you have to play the same team 3 times in a year. That is insane because you guys know the team so well, and it could be a little problem on what it could happen. So unlike next week's game with the New England Patriots and the New York Jets, they're playing for the 3rd time. We'll see what happens with that. I say New England is going to beat the Jets next week. So all fairness to NFL sits, I know you're going to be pulling for the Jets, but I'm going to be pulling for New England against the Jets. So I know I hate the Jets. I never liked the Jets. So anyway, this is the game is on 100. I'm going to be giving you my preview video next week on the Bears' upcoming opponent. And I'll talk to you all later.